Right, I'm aware that I haven't written a blog or done a vlog in quite some time, and my reasoning for that is I just walked upstairs, so I'm knackered. No, not that reason. I've been weaning myself completely off the medication, where I've been taking it, the antidepressants, where I've been taking it every other day. Sorry, I've been taking it every other day, and then I realised one day that when I didn't take it, I actually felt okay. I actually felt pretty good and stuff. And the day I did take it, I kept having the negative feelings, which I used to call the voice, come back, throw comments at me, and then go off again. I'd be standing in the street or something, and somebody would, this feeling would just be like, "You're looking really stupid, why are you just standing there?" And then float away again. "Oh, those people will watch you, they're going to judge you." That kind of stuff. And I thought, shit, they're back again, what the hell? And that's when it occurred to me, I only felt like that when I was taking this stuff. And I know that sounds a bit contradictory, that this medication is meant to help you, but it's the fact that I wouldn't take it, so my body would kind of filter the things through, and then I would take it, and my brain would have to readjust again. And so in the end, I realised that the reason I was feeling so pooey was because my brain was just getting a whole load of mixed messages from the chemicals, from my own chemical, from my own brain chemicals, and then this thing that I was forcing on it again, and then denying it, and then forcing on it again. And it was slightly different when before the operation and then after the operation, because I was going through a lot of crazy thoughts and everything, and I needed the stuff to keep me calm, the serotonin to keep me going and keep me positive. But now that I was calmer, now the operation was out the way, I was calmer, I was feeling more chilled. My brain was now getting confused by this, I'm absolutely fine, here, have some aid. No, 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 I'm absolutely fine. No, have it. Okay, sorry. Still, I don't feel so good now. So I was enforcing this drug on it again. So I just decided to just go cold turkey and just completely stop. And because the main thing that put me onto the antidepressants is now gone, it's past. I'm still recovering, but it's past. I feel like I'm able to work through any anxious moments or any strongly depressive moments, which I might have. I get melancholia more than depression. I can work through on my own. The difference in my head of melancholia and depression is that melancholia, I feel, you just feel very, very low. You just feel a bit, oh, what's the point? You can still do things. If you can get up and do some domestic chores, washing, do a bit of work, etc. That's not, in my books, that's not depression. Depression is when you just go, screw it, I'm off to bed, and you just lie down and you just stare at the wall for absolutely ages, and you just cannot get the motivation to just get up and do stuff. Now, I have still been hit by moments like this. I mean, it's difficult weaning yourself off, and it's also difficult when physically you're still feeling the symptoms of Blair. What I'm still feeling from my operation are the stitch inside me, which is connecting the kidney to my actual bladder, I think it is. That is now completely healing up, and the stitch is now melting, which means the nerve endings and muscles and all that kind of stuff are connecting, and the nerves are sending signals up to my brain, which means every so often I get a massive twinge of pain in my side. Now I keep telling myself, it's fine, it just means I'm getting better. Yeah, it still bloody hurts, and nothing I can do gets rid of the pain. So I'll get a massive shock up the side. My scar, it's improving, but the bit around the trouser hem, is still quite, it's healing slower than the rest of me is. And so that can get very, very itchy, very, very warm. So I'll sometimes be round at someone's house with an ice pack pressed up against it, thinking if I numb it, it won't drive me nuts anymore. It's a combination of itchy and ache, and it's horrible. So I have to basically numb the area to keep sane. I've also got an ache in the middle of my spine, not my actual spine, but just to the side of it, which I've confirmed isn't muscle, because no form of exercise, no form of painkillers or anything soothes it. And if I have a massage done on it, it literally feels like someone is digging their nail into it, even though the person guarantees me they're not. That, I've been told, is potentially my original kidneys finally deteriorating, because they weren't fixed, they were replaced. So they're still going through reduction of functionality, and I'm feeling that, basically. Yay! It doesn't affect me too badly as long as I know how to deal with it when and where. Also still get the odd headaches, but I think that's just coming down from the medication. So I've still got that going for me. So yeah, I do still get waves of, oh, will this ever end? On top of the fact that I thought I had anemia for a while again, that sent me into a pit of mild despair, and then I realised I was just coming off the antidepressants, and that was what was affecting me so much, the vice around my head slowly lifting and the like. So what I did to combat all this is yoga and eating fruit. It sounds so simple, but the thing is, yoga can be a massive pain in the bum if you need to find segments on the internet to follow, a pattern to follow which work for you, warming up and then cooling down so you don't then get up and go, I can't feel my spine. Well, I suppose you're not meant to feel your spine, but you know what I mean. You want to feel the benefits of the yoga, and you want to know it's actually working, rather than you going, trying to throw a ball at a wall and watching it go through and go, what am I doing wrong? That was a really bad example. Anyway, what I found to be really useful was Daily Yoga, the app, for tablet or for phone. And I'm not being sponsored by them, but I have used them, and that program is absolutely amazing. The one issue I do have with it is the fact that the voice doesn't quite sync up with the movements, but then after a while you do kind of adapt to that. And you pay a tiny fee for the pro version of it, and then you can download the programs which suit you. It has a video as if you're following YouTube, so you can literally have the tablet or whatever in front of you and then kind of watch it, and an audio narrative which tells you what to do. And I've been using it for ages, and I have never been able to touch my feet, ever. I'm 31, I've never been able to touch my feet with my legs straight. Now I can. Now I can almost put my palms on the floor. This is a huge achievement for me, and that is what kept me using the program, because at first I thought, this isn't physically possible for me, I can't do it. But I'll keep doing this because this exercise I've particularly chosen, the body toning, is meant to be really good for the internal organs. That's literally the main reason I use it, because it's good for the kidneys and the like. And I can now touch my feet. I've never been able to do that, it's awesome. So as soon as I realised I could do that, I realised the whole programme was worth it. And if you follow the audio to the T, do the breathing, do the stretches and stuff like that, and listen to what it says, keep your back straight and everything, it does help. And it's, in my personal opinion, it's cheaper than going somewhere, and you also have more motivation to do it. You can get up off the sofa, you're wearing your pyjamas, whatever, and you just go, okay, I'm just going to sit down, breathe, and then I'm going to do this. And you can do it any point, any time. I recommend doing it on an empty stomach because you get really gassy. And then having a snack ready straight after, which I'll come on to in a bit. So yeah, the yoga has definitely helped. I feel I've become stronger, I feel better, and because you've got the breathing exercises, that helps with the control, because you've got the movement, which is it has an element of exercise to it. It gets the blood circulation moving, and you get the different natural chemical reactions which the antidepressant pills have been substituting in your brain. That's the thing. If you're weaning yourself off the drug, you need to try and replace what that drug had given you with your own natural stuff. It's not going to give you the same high, but you need to work on that. You need to work on it to make yourself and the brain feel better naturally. So straight after the workout, what I tend to do is eat 5 portions of fruit. Yes, eat. That's the operative word here. I am really lazy. I'm driven, I am ambitious, but I'm really lazy when it comes to certain things, and I can't be asked to eat 5 pieces of fruit because I either forget, or you sit there and kind of go, I want to be doing something else, but I can't because I'm eating this pear, whatever. I also find apple really boring to eat. And again, it can be fairly boring finding the right, eating certain fruits. So what I do is I have a smoothie maker, but it's a smoothie maker specifically designed to just be a smoothie maker. And I've got the holder, which is about yay big or something, and then the actual container, which is about yay big, 500 millilitres I think, possibly, yeah. You literally fill the container up with fruit, screw the lid on, which already has the blender thing, put it in, whiz it, and that's it. And that's your 5 portions right there. It's a smoothie that has bits in it. I tend to put orange juice in it just to really smooth it up a bit more. But the bits are what are the most important bit. If you take those out, it's kind of missing the point. You've got juice then, you don't really have fruit. So what I recommend is, I don't even like orange juice with bits in it. It makes me weird, I can't stand it. Yet I can drink a smoothie. with bits in it. So what I'd recommend, I haven't tried this myself, but what I recommend is if you sieve the smoothie, then you can drink the smoothie, the liquid, and then possibly eat the mush which comes out, maybe in a yogurt or something. Just eat that, because that is where all the main stuff is. And it's amazing how filling 500 millilitres of blitzed fruit can actually be. And bam, there's your 5 a day, sorted. And I've been doing it purely because I need certain, well, everyone does, but more to kind of, keep alive this item, this organ, which I was very, very wonderfully generously given by someone, not just anyone. I want to keep it alive, I want to keep it healthy, I want to keep it well. So everything I do is dedicated to keeping this fit and healthy, and my mind fit and healthy. And on top of that, I'm distracting myself with the hobby of, I'm a creative person. I have a lot of imagination, I have a lot of creativity inside me, but sometimes I find it very difficult to focus that creativity. I've tried plasticine models, but I had to stop that as soon as my hands started to shake, because I'm also a perfectionist, so it was ridiculously frustrating trying to get the tiny details right, and your hand just doing that every time you did, so I just went, I can't do this anymore, it's too much, it's disheartening. I try writing, but I can only write certain segments because I then get kind of weirdly mentally distracted and I just can't do it anymore, or I find myself getting bored because the mystery that was inside my head is now revealed to me through writing, and so I just go, oh, not much point in. So I try and do like short stories, but I still tend to struggle a little bit with writing. So, on putting together my first cosplay outfit recently, I bought a wig for it to really get the whole genuine feel. When that wig arrived, I think I actually spent all day working on it because I loved it. It was so much fun. And it was even better when I actually put all the kit on, watching this creation come alive and becoming this person. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I still have mental disbalance, I suppose you could say. I still go through the whole physical thing of recovery and everything. So subconsciously or consciously, I want to hide from that. I don't want to have to deal with being the Frankie who is having both emotional, mental, and physical struggles. So I work on becoming someone else who I can also put away when I need to, and concentrate on being me when the time comes. So I put together this outfit and I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun, and it actually affected my personality for the rest of the day. I suddenly became really kind of playful and crazy. So I'm using my love and passion for wigs now, which is huge. I actually signed into Pinterest for the first time ever, and I'm now ridiculously, painfully addicted to Pinterest. But I use it for ideas. I don't just go on there for the sake of it. I've used everything I see on there for ideas of, I can put this costume together, I can use this pose. So I worked on that, and over the last week or so, to distract me from the weaning, to distract me from feeling like arse, to distract me from the physical difficulties that I've been going through, I focus on the creative side. I've even cleared attic space, which is now going to be my space, to store everything for cosplay, to store everything that's dress up, and to even make things. It's going to be my crafting area where I can go and just be, and I can leave the other slightly crazy Frankie somewhere else, I don't know, in the study, whatever. And that way I can just step away from that world and just be happy Frankie in her own doing her own little thing. And yeah, that's actually helped a lot. The yoga, the fruit consumption, and concentrating on the creative side of me has helped push me through anxiety and through depression, and really helped with the weaning. So that's what I recommend. Also, going outside for a bit of a walk, at least 15 minutes, is a huge help, because you go out, you get fresh air, and it makes a massive change for you. It blows away the cobwebs, and you do feel more motivated when you come back. So when you are going through the darker moments, you need to focus on that which makes you happy. Another piece of advice I'd give is try and personify the negative side so that you can tell it easier to shut up. And it's very difficult, but with a bit of training it's possible, which is why I work on all this other stuff to help me tell that bit of me to shut up. And that's what I've been up to the last week or so. Could be longer, my sense of time is still off. Hope it helps.